just need to hit the start button, and then it will flash the card colors for you. All right, so once I start talking, just let me know. Mr. Chester, thank you. Tuesday, September 6th, 2016. I don't have to close my eyes to see that day, because on that day there was nothing to see. I was driving on a back road far out in the country in southern Wisconsin, and it was a night full of dampness and darkness. My headlights really only made it 1 or 2 lengths of the car in front of me. The radio was on. I looked at my speedometer. I looked at my mirrors, and when I looked back up, there was an abandoned car stretched across both lanes in front of me. It didn't look as if anyone was in the car, but I was hundreds of yards away from the nearest house, and I had no intention of finding out in a place where no one could hear me scream. I decided to put the car into reverse. I gave the gas pedal a gentle tap, rolled backwards, and felt perhaps one of the most terrifying sensations. I was in free fall. The edge of the road had started crumbling underneath my rear tire, and my car went tumbling into the ditch. It was about 8 feet down. I saw that later when I came back with the police officer when we were doing the report on the accident. I don't remember the car going over the edge of the bank. I don't remember it landing on the passenger side. I don't remember clawing off my seatbelt, and I don't remember scrambling up the side of the ditch. What I do remember is standing on the edge of the road with bloody shins, bloody fingernails, bloody nose, and tears streaming down my face. I don't even remember who took me to the emergency room. When I got there, doctors and nurses patched me up, gave me some antibiotics, and sent me home. But they did not tell me the most important thing I needed to know, and that is that you do not sleep the night after a car accident. It takes hours for adrenaline and fear to dissipate. Sunday, August 12th, 2018. I am 110 feet underwater. It's 44 degrees. I'm on the wreck of the SS Wisconsin. My dive buddy is about 10 or 15 feet behind me. We're almost done exploring the top of the deck. We're getting ready to turn around and go back to the surface when I hear something. I turn around, and when I look, his tank is almost bursting forth. I have never seen air come out of a tank this quickly in 5 years of diving. If we were at the surface, our air would last 5 times longer than it would down here at 110 feet. With the amount of air that we have left, I have 13 seconds to keep him from drowning. It takes 5 to 6 seconds to get over to him and hand him my second regulator so that I know he has air to breathe. And for a moment, he won't take it. He's frozen in fear. By the time I get him to take it, we're probably at 10 or 11 seconds, and we have 13 of them. We are out of time, and we need to head for the surface. We can't go faster than 30 feet per minute, or we'll get the bends. But it's the end of the dive. We don't have a lot of air left, and if we don't make it to the surface in time, we're going to drown together. As you can see, we did make it to the surface. And what happened later that night? I slept fine. There is one thing in the universe that can confront fear, and that is belief. When I was living in a very tiny universe, that was me, my bloody fingernails, and my car in a ditch in front of me, I was unable to muster anything resembling a belief that things would be okay. Everything had gone wrong. About 2 years later, 35 meters underwater, in the company of the 18 ghosts that went down with the ship, I had to jump in front of a Grim Reaper that was coming for somebody else. Why did I do that? Because I believed that was the only way that things were going to be okay. What have I learned then from driving and diving? The answer to that question is that you have to believe that you're not scared. When I joined Toastmasters earlier this year, I still had a lot of residual fear and anxiety when it came to public speaking. I was afraid of judgment. I was afraid of seeming incompetent. I was afraid of being seen and evaluated instead of sitting very comfortably by myself without putting myself out there. But that is something that I have confronted with the belief that public speaking is a skill that we are capable of learning and mastering. So I'm here tonight giving my second icebreaker speech for the presentation mastery path, which is ultimately going to culminate in a 20-minute keynote speech in front of what may be 50, 60, 100, maybe even a couple hundred people, depending on what it is that I get there. I believe I'm not scared. Mr. Toastmaster.